Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Pittsburgh Steelers predicted to make head-scratching QB move in 2025 free agency. The Pittsburgh Steelers are heading into the 2025 NFL offseason with a major need at the quarterback position. Both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are free agents. At this point in time, there are many who believe that the Steelers will bring one of those two players back. Fields has received more predictions to be that player than Wilson. However, there is a chance that the front office could opt to change directions under center. Looking ahead at the upcoming offseason, there are quite a few quarterbacks available. In free agency alone, there are a lot of options to choose from. With that being said, Pittsburgh has been predicted to make a head-scratching move at the position. Pittsburgh Steelers predicted to make head-scratching QB move in 2025 free agency. Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic has predicted that the Pittsburgh Steelers will end up signing former New York Giants and Minnesota Vikings quarterback Daniel Jones. Not long ago, Jones was viewed as a top up-and-coming quarterback. Unfortunately, things fell apart for him to end his tenure with the Giants, and New York ended up cutting him in the middle of the 2024 season. Jones ended up latching on with the Vikings to finish out the year as a backup behind Sam Darnold. Throughout his career to this point, Jones has played in 70 games. He has completed 64.1% of his pass attempts for 14,582 yards, 70 touchdowns, and 47 interceptions. In addition to his passing numbers, Jones has also picked up 2,179 yards and 15 touchdowns on the ground. Heading into the 2025 NFL season, Jones will be 28 years old. He still has time to turn things around and get his career back on track. Perhaps the Pittsburgh Steelers will give him the opportunity to do so. Expect to hear a lot of rumors and speculation about what the Steelers might do this offseason. Pittsburgh has to make a move, but this would be a head-scratching addition, to put it lightly. Steelers March Madness 25, Banana Split Bracket Round 1. All week, we're celebrating Round 1 of Steelers March Madness. It's an NCAA-style tournament of historic black and gold moments. This year's theme is the 64 greatest front office moves in team history. Our choices include trades, free agent signings, and contract extensions. You can see our previous selections from Day 1, Day 2, and Day 3. Let's get to the final bracket. Green came to Pittsburgh in free agency because of defensive coordinator Dom Capers' 3-4 system. He didn't come cheap. He was the highest-paid Steelers defender ever at the time. Green was only in Pittsburgh for 3 seasons, but in those 48 games, he earned 35.5 sacks, 2 Pro Bowls, and an All-Pro season in 1994. He played in 2 AFC Championship games for Pittsburgh and 1 Super Bowl. 16th seed, April 28, 2023, traded down in 2023 third round. Traded 2023 third round, 80th overall, DJ Johnson, to Panthers for 2023 third round pick, 93rd overall, Darnell Washington, and 2023 fourth round, 132nd overall, Nick Herbig. The Panthers climbed 13 spots in the third round to pick linebacker DJ Johnson. In exchange, Pittsburgh turned Carolina's third and fourth round picks into tight end Darnell Washington and linebacker Nick Herbig. After 2 seasons, Washington cut Clark but was willing to bring him back on a smaller, minimum contract. RC felt disrespected, so he chose to test the market. Pittsburgh was his only offer. Clark went on to play in 80 games, starting 78, and made 3 Super Bowl appearances. Graham was the Steelers' leading receiver in 1992, but he regressed in 1993. Then, the Steelers drafted Charles Johnson in 1994. At the time, it didn't seem like Pittsburgh got much in the trade, but that 5th-round pick became safety Lee Flowers, who would start 75 games. Pittsburgh Steelers projected to splurge on $160 million QB signing. The Pittsburgh Steelers enter the 2025 NFL offseason needing to find an answer at the quarterback position. Both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are set to hit free agency. Fields seems more likely to be re-signed than Wilson, but there are still questions about how comfortable the Steelers would be committing to Fields as their starter. That being said, a new projection has been made that would see Pittsburgh taking a huge swing on a new starting quarterback in NFL free agency. Henry McKenna of Fox Sports has projected that the Steelers will end up signing Sam Darnold. There aren't many places where I'd get excited about Darnold's prospects, but Pittsburgh is one of them. For all the complaining about Mike Tomlin's spot in 10-win purgatory, he is doing something remarkable, McKenna wrote. He continued forward, stating that he thinks Darnold would be able to take the team deep into the postseason. This isn't Jeff Fisher, McKenna wrote. It's almost impossible to have sustained success in the way Tomlin is doing it. And he did a much overlooked job of getting to double-digit wins with a QB who looked like a total bust, Justin Fields, and another who looked totally washed, Russell Wilson. I think Darnold is better than both of those guys. He could get this team deep into the postseason. Darnold is one of the top players available this offseason. He is expected to receive a hefty new contract from whoever signs him. Spotrac currently has his next deal projected to be around 4 years and just under $160.5 million. Darnold is fresh off of a monstrous season with the Minnesota Vikings. He completed 66.2% of his passes for 4,319 yards, 35 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. It will be interesting to see if Pittsburgh actually does show interest in Darnold. With their need for a quarterback, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Steelers would show interest. And are you a fan? What do you think of Sam Darnold's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.